That's actually the first time you come out on music, so it looks, did that work? Did that feel good? Okay, all right, so we should keep doing that. Well, thank you so much. I know it's early. Who all went to after party last night? All right, y'all made it. I appreciate that. My name is Kendall King. For those who don't know, I am the CFO and head of partnerships here with DreamCon. And this specific panel is a panel that I brought in back when I started with them back in 2021. And it was to talk about money, because we previously didn't really have these type of discussions here at DreamCon. And so it was important to really foster this when you have so many people, the creators, the managers, the agents, the accountants, the tax, people, the lawyers here present, but we're not actually taking advantage of that time. And I know people want to have fun, but I know also people want to make money, and so that's where this conversation kind of originally started. Over time, the panel has been constructed of having industry professionals who do the actual job, along with one creator who can speak to it in the actual, pursuit of monetizing their content. Okay, so I'm gonna just let them introduce themselves. So first up is Matt. Yeah, man, I was about to give a hand.
Hey, everybody. Matthew Osborne. Matthew Osborne. I recently left United Talent Agency. I'm at a shop called ISO now.
Can y'all hear me?
Everybody? There we go. Okay. I recently left UTA. I'm at a shop called ISO now. Started with a few partners, and I have the good fortune of working with RDC World, with guys from that, the guys from MP, with Black Boy Max, Rakai, Monty Tuhati, Reem, the whole crew, Kello, and I kind of help out. I'm a licensed attorney. I also was a talent agent for a while. Had some management experience, so I just kind of help out whenever I can.
So manager, agent, and lawyer all wrapped in one, and I'm sure there's a lot of other things you can add to that too. But obviously you can see the caliber when you listen to the type of the clients he actually works with, which is a lot of the talent that we all kind of look to and look up to, and kind of want to get to. So he's definitely somebody to listen to. Obviously now, Mr. Cleo Thomas.
Good morning, everybody, man. How's your drink out there so far? My name is Cleo Thomas, aka Mr. Slick Living Man. This is my 5th year coming out to DreamCon, and it's a blast every single time. Actor, content creator, streamer, host with the most. Yeah, the list is kind of long, man. But I'm really excited to be on this panel and get a chance to kind of share my perspective of the industry, how it's changing, and the financial literacy of it all, and how important it is. Yeah, thank you guys for having me.
Love that. And Cleo, I think we kind of came in actively working DreamCon around the same time.
Okay.
And it's been, again, I've worked across with all the talent, by far, tip-top tier, S tier talent to work with. And just a really just great human being to work with, so it's my guy.
Thank you for that. Appreciate that, brother.
All right, Patrick, let's go. Tell them what you do.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Patrick Mbwamna. I'm the founder of Youth, a non-alcoholic functional beverage brand. Primarily, my background is in digital marketing. So for over the last decade about, I have my own digital marketing agency, Avon Level Management, where I do digital marketing for music artists as well as record labels. Some of the artists I've done digital marketing for is Rihanna, Friday, Coco Jones, a lot of different people like that, and I also manage talent.
One of the talent, tell them, because they might know.
Yeah, and one of the talent I managed for over 2.5 years with Jay Single. He's a Twitch streamer.
All right, let's clap. Can we clap? I don't know if we clap for him. Thank you. And now Jasmine, please.
Hi everybody, my name is Jasmine Haji Momin. I'm known online as the Creator's Tax Strategist. I'm honored and blessed to be the tax strategist and accountant for RDC and DreamCon, as well as many of you guys know me as Berlizzi's tax strategist and accountant as well. It's a pleasure to be here.
Clap. And so with that, you notice that 3 of us all said kind of the same talent, and you can see that when you get to a certain level as talent, you do need to build out a team that we all do different things. So me, Matt, and Jasmine all work, with RDC in some shape, form, or fashion to help them execute this thing that they're doing. And so with that being said, I'll start with you, Cleo, first. How do you know, like even on that team aspect, how do you know and when did you know, all right, I'm making money, I need to have a team together, you know, and who is part of that team for you?
Man, I started my career very early. I told my mom I wanted to be an actor when I was 5, and then we booked, I think, my first commercial at 5, was for McDonald's, so full circle moment to be working with them here at DreamCon this year. Really, really cool thing for that. And then we went on to, you know, do television shows, and then there was films, and then continuing there. So of course, having my mom right involved with everything, she's the one, you know, till this day, the one on the books, looking over everything, making sure everything clears. You know, I have gotten a few phone calls like, how much did you spend on Pokemon cards? Yeah. Where is Mom? Hi, Mom. She's there. Yeah.
Hey, let's clap up for Mom. Was you calling as a manager or as a mother?
Oh, that's Mom. That's Mom here.
Okay.
She's like overseas.
What's up with these Pokemon cards? Too much.
Yeah. She called me out on that one. And the biggest thing for us though was to really. My mom looked at what my passion was going to be, and she wanted to make sure that through this journey in life that I was going to be taken care of, because she immediately understood that it's an up and down business. And we didn't have anyone to really give us any game anyway. We were just kind of running and gunning as we were going. And I can share this story. We did the film Walking Tall with The Rock in Vancouver, Canada. And this is before we had formed our LLC, our production company. So I was paid my rate, but I was also taxed twice for United States tax and Canadian tax. So what it looked like is what my rate was supposed to be on paper was not that by the time we got back. So once my mom saw that, she was like, okay, time to switch these things up, take these things a little bit more seriously, start doing a lot more deep dives into how we can make sure my legacy will be taken care of.
I love that. So and it actually is a common theme that it has to hurt first before, like, some people make a decision to get the right people in place or start putting the right things in place. And so I move to you, Matt. With your experience and all the creators that you work with, is that something you also see that, you know, it has to hurt first, you have to convince them? Like, how is that process for, you know, you connecting with talent and talent really taking it seriously to have someone like any of us on the stage, you know, in their corner?
Yeah, I think what generally happens with a lot of creators, and, you know, I'll make a joke that for years, like a talent agent was a person who had to be at the other end of the phone, because how else would you get a whole celebrity? But now, like, everybody's got a cell phone in their pocket. You've got Instagram DMs, you've got Twitter DMs, all those kind of things. And what generally happens is when you're in that early stage in your career, you're starting to get things coming into your inbox. You're getting that inbound, and all talent talk. And, you know, the hurt is, I negotiated this deal myself, and then I talked to my friend who's got a manager or an agent or an attorney or somebody else, you know, kind of helping them out think about these things, who may have a little bit more market awareness. And I realized I'm screwed on this deal. And then it's like, okay, who do you work with? You know, they start asking their friends, who do you work with? Who do you work with? And that kind of word of mouth kind of starts to spread, and that's how often talent comes to representation is, you know, I heard you were great from a friend, or I saw that you took care of this, you did this deal for somebody, and I was really interested in working with that brand. But it's that first, like, recognizing that, damn, my friend did like 10 times better than me on this deal. I just don't know what I don't know. So yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that don't know what you don't know, that hurt, people talk, you figure that out. And so Patrick, in that instance, how do you make sure you do enough? Because, you know, not being at a UTA, right, or in the past, right, where you might not have that, like, that data analytics and that understanding for these different people, and that sometimes the creator might not be a good fit for a UTA or a big talent agency or, you know, anything like that at that moment. So you have individuals like you have, like, you know, I would say smaller management and marketing companies to help them. How do you show up for your client to make sure that they get all they should be getting, you know, and not, you know, still getting, you know, the lower part of the field?
I think that when you have like a smaller or a boutique management agency, the best way to like show up for your client is to be intentional and use your time, right? You have to actually talk to them, be with them at events, actually do outreach to brands, figure out what their vision is, what their goal is, what do they actually want, and go out and get that for them. So you might not have all of the resources, but what you do have is the ability to build a personal relationship, because with a lot of the bigger agencies that have a roster of talent that's all like, probably like high level talent, they're not able to really have that personal relationship and really see what this person's path is and what they actually want out of their career. They might just be pitching a lot of their roster to the same deals, and it might not really align. So I think it's really about using that time to build a personal relationship and directly like get their vision across.
Yeah, and I actually want to go to you next, Jasmine, because, when those deals are being built, obviously dollars on the other side of it, right? How do you work with your talent at the same point? Not only necessarily to make sure they get the same amount, but like, how does the money make sense for them? Because they could be getting the best part of that deal, but this is maybe the most that they can get, or the company had allocated for it. But how does that align? How do you work with your talent to make sure that it's what they deserve, for the value that they provide?
I think a really important part of this to focus on is what you mentioned about it, having a boutique agency. I think especially when you work with people's money, it's really important to make sure that you are, aligned with what their goals and their visions are, so that you are able to help them maneuver the money that they receive to ultimately achieve that goal that they have. So I didn't mention this in the beginning of my introduction, but I am the founder and CEO of my own tax and accounting advisory firm called Tax Services. And so, I have lots of creator clients, of course, but I also work with lots of attorneys and dentists and doctors and lots of different industries. And in that, I've learned, working very closely with each of those people and owners in those industries, that everyone has a different path. Everyone has a different money experience. And so some make more, some make less. But the more or the less that they make, like more and less is different for different people depending on what their goals and their visions are. So I like to make sure that they are aligned on what kind of money they even want to make. Some people are, excited about doing lots of brand deals with companies and making brand deal money. Other people are like, no, I'd rather just stick to my own thing of like gaming or streaming or, kind of staying in a different lane. So I like to make sure that I know what their goals are in life, and that we direct the money that they're earning, number one, to avoid paying as little taxes as they legally can. And once we have like the legality of things covered in their structure, Cleo mentioned that he made some money and then had to get an LLC. So like, I think one of the things that I do best is in that discovery session, not only do I understand what are they already doing and what is their structure, or more often than not, lack of structure, I align that with learning what are their goals and the vision that they have for what they're doing, and I just make sure all of that works well, in one, the legal structure, the company structure, the money structure, but then also in alignment with like their goal and vision of what they want to do with all that they're working for.
And that's really good, and like, let's see it from the other side, Cleo. So when, you got the people behind you kind of trying to balance what makes sense for you and, based on your goals and dreams, how do you make those decisions? How do you decide yes or no for for things?
If we're our own business, we are literally our walking, talking business as content creators, as producers, directors. Like, everything is now a budget. Everything is now, trying to make sure we don't get in the red, trying to stay above budget as best we can. You're gonna get very close to that line, I think, quite a lot.
Sometimes you buy too many Pokemon cards. It's okay. We don't have to talk about it.
Those are investments. Those are investments.
Those are investments, yes. And Pokemon cards, great content, right, to put out there. But as you get bigger and your goals get bigger, you want to be able to, get a higher quality product out there. You're gonna have to spend money. And I think I said this like 2 years ago when I was here at DreamCon. I talked on a panel and said, when you get your first check, whether it's from the YouTube, TikTok, or the first brand deal, do not go and spend that. Like, keep that one so you can see the fact that you had it, you've done it, and reinvest it right back into yourself. Figure it out. Figure it. If you need to have a clipper, if you need to have an editor, if you need a better mic, if you need a better camera, do not spend that one. Please reinvest that very first one to you. Yeah.
And as an accountant, CPA myself and the clients that I manage and deal with, I also feel that same thing, but a lot of times that I see is, having to help them figure out, am I gonna pay my bills first, or am I going to reinvest in myself, right? So what do you say, this is for anybody who wants to jump in your experience, what do you say to the creator who's like, well, I need to spend that on this is how this is how I live, and so, or you know what, I've been working so hard, I need this, to keep my frame of mind, I need to, make it, do this particular thing. Like, what's that mindset, advice that you can provide there?
I'd love to say something about this. I think I've said this every year on stage, speaking on this panel. Separating your bank accounts from the get-go, having separate business accounts and having separate personal accounts, will really help you have a good picture of what that money spending pattern is like. Because if you can at least show yourself with numbers and have records later for taxes of how much money you're making in your business and how much of that you're taking and putting into your personal bank account to spend, you already have a better idea of how much you need to spend personally and in what areas. So when you get an amount of money and you're like, okay, what am I supposed to do with it? If you don't know how much you need for XYZ in your personal life or ABC in your business life, you're gonna make a frivolous decision with what to do with that money that you get. But if you have at least, like to your point of a budget, you are a walking budget, you're the business. If you have a sample budget of some kind of how much you spend in your personal life and how much you spend in your business life, you'll absolutely make a better decision with what to do with the money that comes in.
Okay. And then this panel is called How to Monetize Your Content. And if obviously somebody wants to add on to that, they can. But I said this panel is called How to Monetize, and so I'm sure a lot of people are here asking that exact question, like how can you actually do it, right? So first question, and again, anybody who wants to answer, is what are the typical routes to monetization for a content creator that people already know about, but maybe some things that they don't really think about and don't really, look to, get into.
So prior to getting into talent representation, I spent 2.5 years working at Twitch, working kind of on retaining creators at Twitch, and worked a lot with like the monetization product team on what we were rolling out for creators. I think if I recontextualize or reframe the name of the panel, I think what we have to think about is how do you monetize your passion, right? Because DreamCon exists not because of a piece of content, but because of a passion. And the thing that undergirded a lot of Mark's passion, or a lot of his content, he also saw that, like, wait, other people are passionate about this, and I can do this, right? And I think when you watch content about which people are not passionate, that's when the chat is spamming El Cash Grab and things like that. So I think when we talk about monetizing passions, you start to see the pie get a lot bigger. So I got a question from somebody at a conglomerate that owns a bunch of digital content distribution services the other day, and they said, what does that pie look like? Like if you look at the pie chart, you saw the circle. It's like, all right, you've got your call it AdSense and Twitch ad revenue, your organic platform revenue, subs, bits, ads, all those kind of things. And then ancillary to that, you've got like syndication revenue. I take that content and either like sell it to like a Future, one of those kind of Spotter, that kind of thing, or I'm putting it now on fast channels, that kind of stuff. But as you start to get further away from just the content, you start thinking about ideas. How do I monetize my ideas, right? And then you start getting into merch, but it may not just be T-shirts related to your brand name. Like it'd be one told me, I was like, why? Like RDC, like you guys don't do a ton of like merch with your name on it. It's like, man, our community doesn't want to wear another dude's name on their chest, right? But it's like they will wear something that's about an idea. They will wear a DreamCon shirt, an anime house shirt, something like that. So and then you get into like owned products, right? Like, so how many creators, like AMP has owned, things like that, where it's about, we really care about this vertical in the market, and we talk about it in our own content, and it feels organic, and something we like, and we think our audience will follow us into the market to grab that. And so it's like, now you start to really see like the pie gets bigger because what the creator's willing to share with the audience is bigger. And kind of what passions they're willing to kind of put into the market get bigger. And so, yeah, I mean, I think those are the really big kind of main ones. You know, merch, I would include in there, like the CPG stuff, but yeah.
Any Patrick, yeah.
I think when you're starting to ask yourself how to monetize your content, first you should be intentional about where you currently are and where you want to be as you're deciding how to do that. And so if you're just like, okay, I want to make money like the fastest way possible, you can start even without followers, right? So you can do UGC content. There's a lot of brands that are looking for people to pay just to post, not even post, you don't even have to post UGC content. You can just make content for the brand that they're going to pay for and run ads on, and you give them ad rights to it. So you can do that without followers. There's a TikTok shop where you can make money as an affiliate creator. You only need maybe like 1,000 to 5,000 followers. So it just really depends on what you want to do. So if you want to get more on like the creator side and you want a long-term brand, you know, you can do, of course, the brand is. You can think about how can I create a product that I can sell to people. If you're a fitness creator, you might not even need to like have a bunch of followers. You can be a personal trainer. You can sell a fitness, like you can do like a fitness course or a diet plan that you sell, like digital products. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go about monetizing your content. It just really depends on what your goals are.
Yeah, and I see that a lot too, because that's literally my whole job, is figuring out ways to make more money. How can we squeeze this as much as we can? You know, you can see here at DreamCon too, right? It's like every year we get bigger, and every year there's another opportunity that I can look to try to, you know, monetize, you know, to try to sell, to try to, you know, enhance the experience and figure that stuff out. But it's the same DreamCon, you know, but it's just a new way to be able to, you know, peel the orange. I was about to say skin a cat, but I would say.
I was just gonna say, there's one that probably doesn't get talked about, especially here, and that's being an Amazon influencer review. Amazon review or Amazon influencer. I have a couple of clients that are Amazon influencers. My sister's actually the biggest one. And I mean, it takes time to build it, but I think we all buy so much stuff on Amazon, and if you're just even around, like my sister is just so funny. Wherever we go, she'll be like, did you buy that off of Amazon? Can I take a little review of that? Can I take a look? She'll like take a 30-second video of anything, and then put it up, and she gets paid in so many ways from that one video that she took, like commissions from when that thing sells, the seller paying her to make the video. She gets everything under the sun sent to her for free on Amazon. Like, it's almost like every time I see her, she's like, hey, you need anything from Amazon? I'm like, no, I don't really need anything from Amazon. Can you imagine like having just unlimited anything you want from Amazon? That's my sister, she's the Amazon plug. But anyway, I say that to say, that's one of those where, again, you don't need to have, like UCG, you don't need to have a community, you don't need to have a following, you don't need to have an audience, you just need to have the grit and the tenacity to just continue and record items and get your number of videos that you have up on your Amazon Creator Central up. And yeah, just every few 20 cents, 30 cents, $1 on every purchase that's made adds up. It's a really good one.
Yeah, and I think that, you know, to that point, and I don't know if people have clocked it, but we've talked about at least 5 to 6 different ways that you can monetize, you know, your passion, which I'm thinking about changing that next year. So, you know,
Can I add one more?
we're gonna cut out that part where he said to do it, but I'm just gonna change it.
Can I add one more? Patreon, right? Like when we talked about the UGC side, but then also when you're building a brand, you're building a community that's following the passion with you, like giving exclusive looks at things through Patreon. We've seen so many creators be able to live quite comfortably just based off of giving exclusive looks behind the scenes, only having a select few who have paid to be able to see these things. So Patreon is another one to add to that, that's for sure, as you're building out your brand.
So memberships, you know, that's Patreon. We talked about ad revenue. We talked about, I don't think we actually, brand deals, I guess, in a little bit. Brand deals, we've talked about, you know, you mentioned the doing actual work, so consulting, being the fitness person, a trainer. We talked about affiliate revenue, not to mention the value that you're getting from in kind, and then the affiliate, not the affiliate again, but the licensing that you mentioned earlier. Those are a lot of different distinct ways that you don't need to be a billion. You don't need to have $1 billion to do like half of that. I think a lot of people who look at the brand deals, they look at, products too. I actually bought Tone, so tell them that. I got the vanilla deodorant. It was actually smells good. Yeah, he's doing it right now. It's a lot of different ways. But one thing I don't think anybody mentioned, but is all glaring us in his face, is events. Like this itself is another way to monetize. And it's one of the things that leads to my next question is a lot of these other ways that have been mentioned about monetizing has been through other people's platforms. You don't have the keys to Amazon, you don't have the keys to Twitch or to Patreon or to YouTube or anything like that. So at any point in time, they could shut down. I always just remember Lil Boosie when Instagram went down, and he's just like, Mark Zuckerberg, turn it back on. Come on, man. And it's like, it was hilarious, but it's really true in the sense that, you do not have power over that because you don't own the actual platform. So, question for anybody, if all the platforms disappeared right now, how would you all as, managers and agents and everything like that, how would you support your clients to continue making money? And then Cleo, if all the platforms disappear right now, what would you do? Obviously, you're a little different because you already have a whole lot of other stuff. But still, if these platforms disappear, what would you do? What's the next step for you?
I invested in MailChimp a very long time ago to be able to keep every single email that's ever been interacted with me since 2016. So it is a very long list. So email, look into MailChimp. It allows you to store, like I just mentioned, any emails that bought a product from me, that signed up for a Google Doc that I put out to get voting. Yeah, MailChimp, that's how I would do it. That allows me to still be connected to the people who want to be connected with me, not through social media. So yeah, look into MailChimp. And I know there's other things, there's other ones out there, but MailChimp is the one I would use.
So he just mentioned that he has access to those people. That if Instagram decided to stop going, if Twitch decided, we're done for the week, he can still access his audience because he has a direct contact line to them that is not controlled by another platform. And so that's important because a lot of people don't. A lot of people just log on to, Twitch, they complain about getting shadow banned, they complain about getting, deprioritized, and as if they're entitled to this particular thing, not realizing that you're only entitled as much as the platform will give you entitled to, because they own all of that data. And so that's one way, obviously making sure that you have it, but if you all else can go into what would you do with that afterwards? Like how did you have them create money with just those emails, especially when they're not even used to, seeing anything outside of that?
Only that direct relationship with your community, with your audience is like, that's the holy grail. I think there are two ways to kind of treat that. Like, there's the good side of the forest and the dark side of the forest. That like there are some people who just fleece their audience, and we've heard about creators like that. It's just like every 2 weeks or so to do some new thing. But I think to the extent that you are a friend to your audience, and I think a lot of creators, I think a lot of the most successful creators are fans first. There is some level of fandom that pushed them or that drove them into wanting to get into this, into saying like, I love, whatever it is I'm watching, whatever it is I'm listening to, whatever it is I'm seeing, and I want to do that thing. I imagine you watched something at 5 that made you say like, holy shit, I want to do that. Like, I have to be in that.
Yeah, it was actually a Goofy movie, and it was Powerline.
And so,
It was that.
right, like I think when creators keep that in mind and they that innocence, that feeling of fandom, and they treat their fans with respect, owning that direct relationship can be incredibly powerful because, you know, you again, like getting down to that, to the first principle of passion, that you are sharing something, whether it's a merch drop or, you know, I'm launching a new product, and with the powers of email, with the power of, like, there's not a ton in 2026, unfortunately, there's not like a ton, like, what are you gonna be outside of DreamCon, like, with flyers handing them out, I suppose, like with a street team. But yeah, I would say though, like, also, and don't boo me off the stage, but like flipping the question a little bit into like, I think if we think of like just one platform experience, if somebody shut down tomorrow Instagram or shut down YouTube, but the rest remain, I think one of the things we saw at Twitch oftentimes in the early streaming days was you have somebody who's really powerful on one platform and to the neglect of the others. And I think more and more what you're starting to see is people figure out how to create, like, if you think about this, like circle, like in sports where they show like how good is their passing, how good is their, you know, scoring, like people are trying to get their stats much more into a circle. And it's because like if you can have a great stream and you chop that up and you put it on YouTube, as a, you know, now all of a sudden you're in the AdSense and you're making AdSense and you're in the algorithm, and that's driving people back to the Twitch, but then you're also getting clipped. You're putting those clips on TikTok, you're putting those clips on Instagram, on X, and like you're starting to drive audience to the platforms on which you're the most, where you can monetize them again. You're pushing the Patreon on your streams, and it really becomes this really cool like linear chain. And if one of those dropped out, or even two or three, you're still able to sustain on those other ones because you water those.
Diversification versus concentration.
Absolutely, it's critical. Like in this day and age, it's critical for creators.
Oh yeah, I think that was a really good question. It got me thinking, what would I do in this, if that was to happen? So with me, a lot of the talent that I worked with and managed were younger, skilled as far as like with their audiences. So how I would tackle it to build out an email and SMS list, which I think would be the most valuable, is I'll partner with schools and have them throw pep rallies with the artists coming, but having the students have the RSVP to come, so we can collect the emails and SMS lists. Once we do a lot of different schools in a lot of different markets and cities, then I would have these talents throwing their own events, like, you know, going on tour, doing their own events where we can monetize off of, but also leveraging that audience and data with brands to do brand sponsored events, and also even just send out their products via like that SMS list or the email list, basically to have these people that they built out check out their products. So I think those are the ways that I would kind of build out that monetization.
Love that.
Sure. So I think uniform with what you guys said, one of the important things to be able to respond appropriately in a situation like that would be based on what assets and resources you have when something like that happens. So SMS lists, email marketing, things like that. And I think the way that I help my clients maybe prepare for an unforeseen situation like that is by making sure we're planning and strategizing properly before that has happened. So gathering those assets, having those resources available to you. So using your money wisely before that happens is really important. So if you are tax planning properly, not overpaying in taxes, contributing to investment accounts and things like that, that work hand in hand and stopping you from overpaying in taxes, but also securing your future, having trusts and, just estate planning, tax planning, things like that in order. When something like that happens, I'm sure I could pivot the conversation into helping them figure out what they would need to do next, although that's not my specialty. I would say like my best and, way of participating in a situation like that would be to help them be most prepared for if something like that happened.
Yeah, so getting ahead of it instead of waiting for that time and like, oh, what do I do? Yeah, what do I do now?
Yeah.
That's a good point, because having somebody on your team that does different things, because for you, like you're like, hey, I'm gonna get you prepared, so that don't even happen. And if it does happen, we got plan A and B. And I also love to have those conversations, but I know for me, I'm more on like, all right, the world just blew up. What do we do now? Like pivoting when everybody's in chaos and running around. Like it's like, all right, lock in. Like
I think that's one of the reasons why you and I make such a great team working with DreamCon together on the back end with accounting and money and finances, because I think like I help hold down the day-to-day of the accounting and tax and all the stuff that's a little bit more boring and nuanced and systematic and routine and just kind of keeps happening the same way. Things to look out for, and if this happens, we have to do that. And like you said, your area and specialty is definitely like, what do we do now? Or we have these extra resources, what do we do with them to grow them and stuff like that, so.
Yeah, and so we do have some mics in the crowd. If you have any questions, just line up. I know like sometimes, you know, we want to make sure that the questions that you all specifically have are being asked. So we'll give you some time to line up, and I want to do some quick like fire, you know, rapid fire like questions. So just try to keep it like a one, two, 3 word answer. What's the most underrated revenue stream for creators? Whoever's first. Most underrated. You can start with the most, let's start with, for me, I think the most underrated revenue stream is probably, I think like I'm a little biased, but probably events. And like, I think they don't understand like what you can really do when you own something. The event or the, you know, like I think a lot of people, even the meet and greet is technically an event at the end of the day, right? But from that one thing, you can do so many other things from it. So I think that's really underrated. And I think even in this time, like today, people crave in-person connection and everything. And I think it's really, really important to have. You see, you know, DreamCon, Streaming University, you know, the ball, like there's a lot of different things that people are craving and wanting to do. So I think that's one of the underrated. And I know I told y'all like 1 or 2 words, but
I agree.
He's right,
Yeah,
yeah.
right. He's right, that's what it is. Yeah, it really stems off, like that one thing really stems off and that's what I agree.
I would say for me, commission, I think a lot of people, it's very underrated, but if you can actually move and sell product, you can make a lot more money just taking a commission rather than taking a flat brand fee. Because ideally for the brand, the whole point is to like be profitable on what they're paying you. So if you are confident in yourself that you can move product, you'll probably make more taking commission than just taking a flat fee.
okay. What's go ahead.
TikTok shop and fast channels.
Okay, that. Yeah, that's one that's really growing. And a lot of people don't know about fast channels. So that's a whole nother conversation. The last one's like everything lined up already. Is what, and you know, if y'all don't want to answer, y'all don't have to. Y'all got partnerships and stuff. But what's one platform you think that people should be on if you had to choose one?
YouTube, that's the one that's surviving everything. That is the one that is, when they did the numbers right, it is more watched than any other streaming platform, right? And it's the one that there is no paywall in order to watch pretty much anything anyway. So if you are not on YouTube, if you are not putting out long form content, they want YouTube, in my opinion, YouTube is Hollywood at this point, so YouTube.
They just said it surpassed Netflix, like the viewers on YouTube just surpassed
Yeah,
Netflix.
surprise Netflix too, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what's the game? The Squid Game? The Squid Game, what else? What is on Netflix? It's like a heavy hit.
Yeah.
What else?
The next heavy hitter for Netflix is
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, what else? What's another big Netflix one?
One Piece.
Right?
Pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters, yeah,
That was
that's a heavy one.
that's
I don't watch TV, so I don't know.
It was a Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
All the
Yeah,
time,
I
yeah.
really don't watch TV.
Yeah. In WWE, that's right.
Okay, wrestling.
See.
Live events. You know, it's another thing. Okay, so we got people at the mic. You look closer to your mic, so go ahead.
Hello? Sorry. Hi. I do have a question in terms of UGC and perpetuity. A lot of people talk about UGC, but I guess it's not addressed, or maybe I don't hear it enough, that when you do UGC, you are giving over your perpetual rights to this content. Is it worth it if you are giving over your rights forever to something?
I think it still can be worth it because it depends on the content you're making. If you're promoting a product, you don't necessarily need rights to that content. But also you can structure deals where they get 90-day ad usage rights, or even like 6 months, and if they use it longer than that, they have to pay you more, or if they make a certain amount of money off of this, then, you know, like, you can structure it a certain way, or you can even ask for like commission. You can ask for a lot of different things so that they're just, it's not in perpetuity. It doesn't always have to be structured like that, especially when you have leverage. So I do think it can be still very beneficial.
Thank you.
Hey guys, so this is more of like a content question. What advice would you have if, for example, let's say you have a piece of content that kind of blows up or goes viral, like millions of views, whatever, but it's not necessarily like, you weren't like planning for that to happen, and then also like, you weren't really doing much before that, but you want to leverage this in a way that kind of helps you out in the long term, even if it's not necessarily what your passion is in this one video. It's more like, you know, whatever the regular content creation stuff is. But how would you leverage that type of situation?
While you think back, I can just kind of prelude it. So essentially, you got a viral video that you didn't think was going to be viral, and now, but it's not necessarily something maybe you're aligned with, or like, oh, I didn't think that was going to be the thing.
Right.
How do I continue, you know, with that momentum? My first thought, and then again, open to anyone, is at that point in time, understand how you can connect to it, understand why it went viral, do the data, like what's the engagement like, why are people engaging with it, and then just apply that same method to what you actually want to do, and see if that works, and then you can continue, see if you can replicate that. But that's my first thing, but anybody else?
I was just gonna say real quick, I literally just had a client that had a couple of videos go viral, millions and millions of views, and she gained 16,000 followers on Instagram as a result of it. And it actually had everything else on her IG decline thereafter, because going viral and the 16,000 followers that she got were not in line with her brand of her daily content and what she regularly posts and what she's regularly about. So it actually hurt her even more, because all those new followers weren't continuing to engage or watch and do that. So the algorithm was like, oh, you have all these followers that are not really doing nothing for you here. So again, like literally back to what Kendall said, you gotta know what made it pop off the way that it did, so you can lean into that part of it, because that whole video in and of itself is probably not gonna do for you what you intended for it to do with the rest of what you do on your channel regularly.
Right.
Can I ask, when you say viral, on your channels or on third-party channels?
On
Like, did it get clipped and
on like
shit?
my TikTok, I guess,
Just off of yours? Okay.
and
Yeah,
like
I mean,
YouTube, yeah.
you know, you leveraging third party, right? Like Clipper, like, you know, Clear Ray's idea, Clippers earlier. It's how do you maximize the amplification of that viral moment? And then in the background, right? Unless it's something that you weren't like when you say you weren't aligned with it, was it like you?
Oh, I just mean, it's not like I spend my entire time, like, it was just like a clip of me doing something, but like, it's typically, like, I'm typically like gaming and stuff like that. I'm not like talking in a way that like makes something go viral.
Yeah, I mean, I think to Kendall's point, if it's something that you think is another, if it's something you think could be another content avenue for you, I think what it's shown is that there's an audience for what that thing was. And so the learning from that is like, do I shift the Overton window a little bit on what I do? So like, it doesn't subsume the content that I'm already doing, but it may be another arrow in your quiver to sort of continue to grow your audience and tap in with a new community that maybe you just didn't know you had, right? So,
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. We do got 10 minutes left. I wanna like try to see if we can get through as much as we can, as much of the questions. So please forgive me if I'm like making sure we keep going. But please ask your question.
Good afternoon. My name is Dubseas, but online I go by the name of Captain Slander. And my question was, at one point I was monetized, but as one of my favorite creators says, don't be afraid to get a job. So when the money started going down, I got a job and I kind of fell out of doing content. I wanted to ask, how do you get back into that state of being remonetized?
Leo, you have you experienced that?
I have not been not monetized, but
I've never been
I've never been monetized. But hearing this story, man, like, I understand what you're saying. So you're trying to turn the machine back on, right? And there have been different requirements, I think, now that have been met for TikTok and for YouTube and for Twitch. So it's the consistency of it. Like just now when he was talking about how, do you remember when people used to talk about saying like, okay, well, I upload a YouTube video, then I gotta put it on Instagram, it has to be on Twitter. And like, people would be like, that's a lot of work. But that's how we used to think, and yet literally that is what everyone is doing. Like we had to just upgrade our mindset, like really drop and just keep running this machine. So it's staying consistent at it, brother. Like, and I don't know which platforms you are trying to monetize on or get remonetized on, but look into those, man, and push through. If that's your passion for it, push through. Lock in, brother. I look forward to seeing more from you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so my question is on something that Jasmine said, and to put it to words, so you said like you help your clients based on like the goals that they have. So my question is, how do you make goals for monetization on content? Now, right now, I'm trying to like hit the basics. Like I have to hit, like for TikTok creator program, like you have to have 10K followers. So I was like, let me just focus on like getting my followers to engage with my content, make sure I'm growing my platform. But once you hit those marks, how do you set goals for monetization, if that makes sense?
That's a great question. I think it's really important to know what your goal post is. And what I mean by that is, what is your goal and what is that goal post? So if we know it's to afford an apartment, if we know if it's to get a down payment for a house, whatever that it might be, you have to know what the numbers are for everything. There is nothing you can do in being a business owner or even for your personal life if you don't know what the numbers are. So earlier when I said you have to know how much you need as a person to live, that way you know, okay, you know, a lot of people make goals and they just have this thing that they want to reach, but they don't know exactly what it takes to get there. So knowing your numbers really helps with that. So again, like if you're trying to afford $2,500 a month to live a comfortable life, you know that number is $2,500 a month. Now you know all the other criteria that you have to meet to maybe get to $2,500 a month. I would say you have to define what the goal is in terms of money, and then all the other criteria that has to be met to get to that is criteria that you just mentioned you're aware of.
Yeah, and
Know your numbers.
Well, one thing is you're looking at that 112 brand, right? And only 10,000 followers. But to her point, what's your goal first? You set how much you need. So if you need $2,500, you don't necessarily need to be in a TikTok creator program for that. So you can monetize before 10,000 followers. So don't get trapped in somebody else's thresholds and things. Figure out what yours is, and then get to that, and then build on top. But thank you for that.
I know this might be like a subjective question, but how do you know when to go from just streaming as a hobby to when you turn it into a business?
I think that, again, I'm just trying to make sure we get everybody's questions. I think that you'll know when you don't have to work another job. That's when you know you can make that full transition. However, content creation is a business at the moment you start making it a business. The moment you have it in your mindset to make it a business. So if that's what you're doing, you're making money from it, it's always better to have a business than a hobby. I'll tell you that. Tax-wise. So you have a business when you start, really putting that time, you're making money, and you're make that idea and that plan to move forward. But again, to your point, it is subjective to you. You have to set that same goal, just like Jasmine mentioned. Thank you.
All right, he wrote some stuff on YouTube. I'm a tech reviewer on YouTube, so I understand why affiliate marketing was up there when it came to how to monetize your content. But one thing I didn't hear was like AdSense and like getting paid per view. Is that like third tier on how to get paid for your own? I'm asking because I'm trying to also go on Instagram. I'm doing okay on YouTube, but Instagram and Facebook, I know they just open up this monetization for views thing. Is that not really a way to go when it comes to getting paid for your content?
I think that's a good way to go, especially if you're in a niche like tech. They actually pay a lot on that niche as far as like AdSense on YouTube. So I think that's definitely good. I think it was probably not so much mentioned because that's kind of like something that just happens as you're growing your content, growing your viewers. But I think even like the gaming niche, that's another one that with AdSense, if you're doing that on YouTube, it pays a lot. So AdSense is definitely like very monetizable, even like financing, just different things like that.
Yeah. And Matt did mention AdSense at the beginning, but I agree, it was kind of glossed over because it's like, that's the first thing that most people kind of think about when they think about making money as a YouTuber. That and brand sponsorships. Thank you.
Hi. So I guess my question is, because I do a bunch of other little things, like I make gaming content, I make cosplay content, and I stream, and I was wondering, when it comes to getting on these platforms and everything, should I make separate pages for separate things? Like, should I make a page for my game? Should I make a page just for my cosplay, or just kind of like put it all together?
Like me and you were gonna have two different views on this one. I was like, for me, I have seen this. I have seen people have different pages dedicated to their different things that make them with their brand. I personally always been against it because I feel like I'm adding an extra step for you to then come back to find me on the real page. That's my view of it. But I have seen the other way too. So I'm wondering if I'm the old school one and not embracing the other aspect of it.
I agree with you. I feel like if you struggle with being consistent, you should not separate it. If you're good at being consistent, you can separate it, and also look at the platform. If it's on TikTok, you don't need to separate it because TikTok pushes each video out to new people. It's gonna push it out to who they think wants to see that content. But like if it's maybe like Instagram or YouTube or things like that, think about that. But again, if you struggle with being consistent, just put it on one page.
I would say it's also a question of scale. When you're at a certain, when you're on a smaller scale, I think you want to have everything together. But as you scale up, you'll see a lot of larger creators that have a page for each brand, and then they just figure out how to link everything together so that you can find them all. Right? Like, look on the bottom of their YouTube, you know, the front page, and like they'll have the different brands. But I think part of it is scale as well.
Yeah, so when you're smaller, you just bundle it all, keep it all together, let people meet you, let people let you build that up, and then you start building out the sub niches and sub page after you've actually built up the audience and understand your audience, and then you can start separating them out.
All right, thank you.
Good afternoon, y'all. I've been down a little bit. So this is more for Matt and Jasmine. So as someone who hopefully, God willing, is going to start their law school journey soon.
Amen.
Thank you. Want to study like tax law. What advice would you give someone who wants to go about building relationships, who wants to do what y'all do of helping people with things that they don't know, so that they don't go down, pitfalls financially, things like that?
I was just gonna say, you learn a lot along the way. I believe it's really about putting yourself out there and be willing to take chances, be willing to learn, always be willing to learn. It doesn't all come to you on day one. New experiences, new client situations continue to teach me every single day and add to my arsenal of what it is that I have going on. So you're already willing to go to law school and get into law school. By the grace of God, you said you hope to make that happen soon. So I think you're already dedicated enough to make sure that you're putting yourself out to do the hard thing. It is hard to put yourself out there, but that's really what it comes down to.
I had a mentor in law school who gave me advice in my first year. I went to law school, started almost 34, and I'd done music for 10 years. I've been on tour, and I was going to make this pivot in my life. And he said, your work is the thing that's going to speak for you, especially in a professional career like that. And so take your first year and a half, and just keep your nose in the books, and get the best grades you can, establish a reputation of yourself as somebody who takes it seriously, and then you can start worrying about networking, because then your work will, you will have people out there talking about how amazing your work is, right? There's no shortage of people out there networking, pressing the flash and shaking hands, but there is a shortage of people who are really smart, really dedicated, and so be that person.
Thank you. Thank you. So we might take, we're already over, but one or two more questions.
All right, so my question here is, as a small creative, you have to do a lot of this stuff yourself. You don't have agents, you don't have tax agents. If you screw up, it's going to be because you overlook something. And, especially if you have an extremely important job on top of that. So my question is, vetting as a small creator, how do you vet through all the deals and opportunities? Because you don't want to hurt your audience, and you don't want to get yourself, you don't want to promise yourself for something for free or get yourself into a pickle because you're like, well, I clicked on this email and was like, oh, this is AI generated everything, and now your audience hates it, and now you're in this deal. How do you? Is there a resource or a certain strategy that you go along to vet through your business opportunities and deals?
It's funny because you mentioned AI as a bad thing, and I was actually going to recommend it for you in this sense.
For organization, but like say
Yeah.
like it's a product that's like half baked. I'm trying to say like.
Oh yeah. So that's it. I think those are two separate things, right? I think the question you're asking is how do you make sure that the deal, without having a team, without having somebody you can talk to, how do you make sure that you're not getting screwed and you're not agreeing to something that you shouldn't be agreeing to? I think that's where you help AI kind of go back and forth with them. So like, what does this mean? What does that mean? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. Like you could do that with AI, and I think that's specifically what those types of things are good for. And then your other question was more on like if I'm using AI in my actual work of products and deliverables. That's a different type of question on what standards and what level you want to present. Because there are some places where doing AI and creative stuff is okay, and there's some where it's not. You just got to figure out what your line is and what you want to deliver, and be transparent with that. Don't try to hide it. Don't try to make it seem like it's something that is not. And I think that you'll find the audience that's okay with you using AI, or you'll find the audience that's okay with you not using AI. It's just you have to do it with integrity. That's and be ethical with it at the end of the day. Did that answer the question?
Yeah, it kind of answers the question. I brought AI. It's like when you see a picture that looks all crazy or something like that.
Yeah, but again, without saying unless you got somebody you can talk to that wouldn't charge you, or maybe you just do one-offs, small one-off things just so you can get some help. The next very best thing is, doing that, doing a Google search. What does this term mean? Using AI to help you analyze it. Those are the better things.
Okay, cool.
If you're passionate about your brand and you're getting these things in your inbox, how closely does it align with the brand? And if it aligns, even if it gets close, that's how you vet it. It's like,
Yep.
all right, this is way off. Like if I did this as El Cash grab, I'm not touching it.
Yep. All right, last question, and then if you wanted, some of the panelists decide to stay and answer questions, they'll do that on the side. But this will be the last question. Sorry if we couldn't get to everybody else. But again, you can definitely start asking questions off the side once we're off.
Yeah, I was going, when building with a team of friends and you're getting a group together to build content, what's some advice and some red flags that you can let us know?
My Lord.
Write everything down from the beginning, have contracts, don't rely on partnerships, make sure that everything is documented. Do you feel like some energy up here on stage for this?
Oh, you don't even know that happened.
Yeah.
So say it again, I don't
Yes.
think everybody heard it.
So friendships are great, and if you like your friends and you want to keep your friends, put friendship outside of business, write things down, document things, have your signatures on those things, and just be transparent with each other right from the get-go, but not just verbally, but written documents, because things change. When things are small, it's one thing, and everybody feels one way. As things grow, not only do the people change, but the thing itself obviously changes. So the input you might need from the friends group might change. Everyone's life changes. Someone becomes a parent, someone's grieving, someone's XYZ. So you gotta make sure that you guys are aligned on who's doing what and getting what from day one before it's even anything to get or take away from it.
And revisit, start that, set a foundation. It's okay if you didn't do it, if you can do it day one, ask them to do it day one. If you haven't done it day one, do it day to day. And figure it out, and then revisit it, because to that point, things change, and it's just like, you know what, that worked for me back then, and this is the agreement that we all are on the same page, and we can all reference it, but you know what, I would like to revisit, I would like to think about how this looks now, and at that point, you have something to go back to, because if you don't, you only got he says, she says, wish, I thought that, this is my perspective, this is what I thought you said, this is what and nobody's right, nobody's wrong, but then things start happening, things start breaking, and miscommunication just continues to pile up.
If you could have a neutral third-party person be there that's maybe not involved in the thing in and of itself, but that, like when you go notarize something, you have a witness, something like that. You don't have to make it all crazy and I have to have a witness, but, just write things down.
I would say I haven't been in music for years, and then now in content creation. The contract isn't the thing that's going to ruin the friendship. The lack of the contract is the thing that's going to ruin the friendship. Because if everybody walks into it clear-eyed, knowing what they're in for, you'll be all good at the end. But it's that fight that breaks out when you get 5 years down the line, and one person feels like they've been doing all the work, and the other person feels like they're just entitled to it because they were there at the end. It's the lack of the contract that kills a friendship.
This is across the board in every business, any type of partnership, this is a relationship thing, and that is really, really important, because when you get into business, you're getting into a relationship with them, which is different than a friendship. It's just like a friendship, it's like, oh, y'all just dating, y'all just cool, we cool. There's no real commitment.
However you show up is technically okay.
It is okay, because there's no prearranged rules around that.
Yeah.
With businesses, it's totally different. You have to show up in a way that, because there's so much commitment in a business, and somebody put one level of effort in versus another, that starts getting measured over time. Maybe in the beginning it ain't that deep. We all happy, and you know what, that's all you can do right now. I get it, I understand, but then it piles up, and it piles up, and it piles up, and if we didn't have clear, lines and swim lanes and everything like that, and understandings, then that's when it's just like, all right, you playing me, or I deserve this, and you don't, and blah, 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 blah. And so I guarantee, if you have a friendship, that's the one advice that I think I would give.
So get your boys and get the crew, and right outside, right now,
figure it out.
I want to see the whole crew talking to each other, like, all right, here's how we're doing this. You gotta take the lead.
Can we get some napkins from the
Or figure it out. I think I think write it down. I cannot stress that enough.
I think you and I hear this, we were chatting about this a while ago, a lot of people say, no, we've known each other our whole life, no, we're not like that, no, we're not like that.
That's cool.
And yeah, I think that the point I'd love to make about that, and for you to take away from this, is that it's not that we're suggesting that all of a sudden your friend is gonna turn on you and not be the person you've known your whole life, or that they're, the great things about them that you are relying on and about them, that's making you even wanna go into business with them. Not that those things are all of a sudden gonna change, but life changes, right? So when someone becomes a parent, it's not that they all of a sudden became a bad person that doesn't want to do the thing that they signed up for you, but other life obligations will come along the way, and those things might be priorities, or someone's family member gets sick, whatever it might be. So I just want to say that it's not that you can't trust your friends, that they will continue to show up with how you wanted them to show up, or how you guys plan for each person to show up, but just life happens and they might not be able to. So having that down in paper, like, hey, you're taking 20%, there's 5 of us, 20% each, what are we gonna have each person responsible for? Maybe like Lucy said, what department is each person responsible for? About how much time do we think that department is gonna take? 20 hours a week, 30 hours a week, so that when it's changed or pulled back or added to, everyone has that baseline of what was initially talked about would be contributed by each person, if that makes sense.
Do it, okay? Thank you for the question.
Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
All right, that ends it for us. Please, everybody, get their socials or contacts. You can, again, my name is Kendall King, Kendale. Kendall King CPA is probably how you can find me anywhere. The real Kendall King on Instagram and all that stuff. LinkedIn, anything. I'll have to go, so I won't be able to stay to answer questions. But if you have any questions for me, particularly, just go on LinkedIn or anything like that, and you can find me. I have no problem answering questions, but I gotta go jump to another thing. So I appreciate it, and then again, if they have the time.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you so much.
All right. Just finishing. Let's get out of here. Excuse me. Going to the Twitch line. Didn't drop my dang microphone. There we go. Microphone's in here. Okay, though. I think the One Piece is at like 1.
How you been?
Excuse me.
Hey, I'll see you later, okay?
merch is cool looking. Now your boy need to find the dang Twitch lounge. There's only a few events left. Excuse me, where's the Twitch lounge?
What?
Twitch lounge?
I think the Twitch sounds like back there way.
Okay, thank you. And got lost here. We're trying to find the dang Twitch lounge. Oh wait, I think I have a map. Okay, there's the Dreamers Haven. Well, I need a Dreamers Haven. Let's see. This is real quick. People's Quest, Shield Building, Cosplay Repair. You just grab one and do whatever? Thank you.
And these are the ropes that go through the holes too.
Okay. I'm just painting it first.
Hello, man. Welcome
What's
in.
up? Thank you. It's where are the markers and everything?
They're just spread out all over. You just gotta ask them.
Okay,
Tables
thank-
and soup and completed. Most of them are over there.
Okay, thank you. There you go. Are you using this?
I know you did.
Okay, thank you. These to take.
You can have them.
We need like 4 more or something to have them all. Big box here, wasn't there? Oh wait.
There's 2 missing from there, so if it's the 2 you're missing, you're not gonna get them here. We don't make it that easy.
I did have one.
Howdy, y'all. No. Yeah, there's a couple of places.
You were going
We
hard.
had a couple.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Grow strong.
Do you want a Polaroid picture of yourselves?
No, not in front of you.
Thank you.
You want to do it? Keep that dark for just a second. Here, use the sticker to vote on our meanwhile.
Okay, okay. Okay, okay, okay.
Hell yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, okay. Thank you so much. It's nice seeing you again. What's your name?
Samson.
Samson? Okay, nice to meet you.
See you next year. Never seen a profile.
Okay, cool.
Howdy, y'all. Welcome in. Well, they're just finished their shield. They want to know where the gems are. Raffle at 4:30. If you want to go collect the gems, I'll write the locations down for you, and you can get your more entries into the raffle. YouTube studio, Puzzles of Color. So these are two artists, these are two collaborations. They will give you, and Lensers will give you another. We want to make a second vote, so I just do a cut and stuff up. A little small here. You can use this to vote on the meanwhile for your favorite. Do that. Oh, put your stick on the meanwhile. Vote for Would you like a Polaroid? Oh, you? Yes. Say you got one. Wait a minute, like a Polaroid. Yeah. We got you. All right, team shot together up. You don't want to do it? I'll let them do anything. I'm taking one up there. Really dark. You want to put my backpack? So, welcome to the quest. There are two sides. There's shield try and recreate our 9 meetings. The winner's going to win this switch, and then we're giveaway all the cameras. By completing any quest. Take a shield, get a ticket. Get 4 gems, get 4 tickets. Take a picture, bring it back to the wall. And if you complete the beam wall, then you get a ticket. You want to vote on the meanwhile? There. It's there. I'm shrinking this down a bit here. There we go. Pick your favorite on the wall there. Stick it on. Hey, Regine.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. I can tell her doing this morning. I was like, no, her voice isn't that cracky.
Yeah, and it was Ryan.
So we can trade.
I have a gift from you from Cool X Dad. Is it they're actually suing for the rights? No, just kidding. Yeah. They said they would love to meet you.
Fingerprints. With all these kids. Biometric data.
Hey, Jesus Christ, it may be actually. I'm not sure though. Walked in this
I thought you were cutting the cards up. I was like, please don't tell me you're cutting the ones I need up.
What are you looking for?
Just this one. I need 16 of these.
Well, you're supposed to gather people that have that card. Bring them all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, go meet everyone. Well,
for the bill. It's been all over the with the same name. And this wasn't this was them. This was
I want to make it
with a guy.
I had like 3 of them. They were extras, so I like I'll need one of each card. That's okay. I got all of them.
No, but normally the stack correct.
How do you get a card?
Good.
You want a card? I'll give you a card.
Yeah. I'm about to go to
You're supposed to get this at the front door.
yes.
Oh, okay. Nestle plans. They work for Friday and a good chunk of Saturday.
Oh, thank you.
And if I don't see you again, we'll
Make a bucket, win the game. Okay.
You don't want to make shields? Go step on this table.
Okay.
What's the vibe?
Merch booth.
Oh, it's in the artist alley?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, because y'all are dressed so nice.
Thank you. Good job. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. We're down.
Welcome back.
Can I see this?
Yeah, you can use that.
Yeah, oh yeah. 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 I can't wait for that.
I'm doing mine first. I've been standing here. I got first out there.
He said come over here.
Yes, this is a first step.
Oh my gosh, what's the point of her coming? She just gonna keep drinking water. Hell no. Not gonna do this down.
What's it? Which one did you bid for this one? This one?
You bend all of them. I think, yeah. Tell me to bend them.
Okay, let's just hold that.
Now, when you bend all of them, glue them down. I think, yeah. Then after that, you can decorate it. Yeah, you do too much. You always gotta go to the bathroom.
No, that's just water. That water was cold, bro.
You'll go make a shield then. Okay, you bend all of them first. Look, come here. So you bend these, and then what you see these little things, so you bend those too. And then it's on all of them. So like that. And then after that, you glue it down like this.
I feel like I'm bending cardboard.
Cause you are.
Okay, so
then you after you bend all of them, just you need a hot glue gun.
and I do it like that together.
Then you glue it on top of the thing like mine do.
Oh, I gotta glue it down like that.
Here you need.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Oh no, mine's just coming out.
Wait, you said business go it down like that?
Yeah. Well, just find any way how you want to glue it down, but this is how I'm gluing it down. It's on the other table.
I low-key want to.
Me too. I don't know how to do this. Oh, hard.
Where did that go? He's right there, but he's behind. How did it get on cover?
Yeah, I'm gonna start off one by one because this one didn't turn out right. So I'm gonna start off with this one.
Yeah, but I still don't know how to do this down. I mean, legit, that's just supposed to be like this. But I don't know. Wait, legit, what if it's supposed to go down like that?
But the one that he showed me was glued down like this.
What can we go to see? Like this.
Hell no, just make one. Why aren't you doing it? And then you just wait and then glue it. And then some
Are you
more.
done, babe, please?
Hold on, my bag is full. Where's your bag? I'll help you, hold on. Yeah, or just go to the other one.
Okay, go see.
No, this one. This side. What is that? Here, hold on, I'll help you. Let me wait till the glue. You're gonna put a glue stick in it.
If you're going to color it, you should color it before you glue it together.
Yeah, but I'm gonna figure out how to glue it. Okay, mine's is good. No, it's not. Yeah, I don't want to do this. It's not working.
You have to keep it there. You have to hold it while for it to dry.
Yep. There's only one in there. Yeah, but push it in because it's not good. You push it in. You're right. Yeah, this glue is not making it. Okay.
Stay over here for now.
Why?
So then you can get a raffle.
Wait, cause I need to focus, bro. Y'all keep messing up.
I can't freaking do it.
I think the booth host, he's at the door if you need help. He might be able to.
Hang on, now it's sticky. Yeah, it's sticky. Okay. We got one second.
Let's not stick it. What's this song?
I don't know.
I think it's from Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Okay, let me do this part.
Like, I think I might be doing this.
It came up. Yeah, I'm not. It's not. It keeps coming up.
Really?
Yes. You don't want to hold it.
Yeah, cause you look at. You have to put it. You have to put it on a thingy.
I'm not gonna glue. Yeah, I'm gonna color it. And this is not working. I'm gonna color my first. Then glue.
It's okay, cause I don't know if I'm doing mine. And my God,
Welcome to that one color.
Here, stop. Why are you doing stupid stuff about how you good?
Just stop touching it if you don't. Good.
Oh my gosh. Please, please. Please get here.
She's just how hard it is. She's playing with it. You trying to make the ball?
Oh, I think the way you get that skate from.
The other table. I'm gonna call now. Okay, then go get one. Yeah, out of all places to go, why would you come over here? You know there ain't no space.
There's
Well, it'll come.
Ariel,
Come
come
back.
here.
It'll just come then. Okay, I guess
I gotta
you
redo it over here.
can. How was your sticking?
Because I held it down for a little bit. But I'm trying to get this one too. Oh, there we go. There you go. Come over. Bro, here, why are you not doing yours?
Hey, I got. I'm gonna keep on, bro.
I didn't do that bit.
Are you gonna color it?
Yeah, I'm done good.
Bro, and then the mark wants to run out.
Like anybody see a cool blue or
So you sick
you need a light blue? Yeah, I have a light blue here. Oh, okay. If you need a white looking color, I got one.
You need that red?
Not right now. You can use it.
Right over there with the console.
Okay.
Here, come on. Here, are you going to glue yours down first? Or I'm doing it.
Why?
This is hard.
No, it's not. Coloring isn't hard, Yuri. This is colors don't work. That's why you gotta shake them. They're and then you can press them down. That one don't work.
Yeah, you might want to get your stuff off of my stuff because you're moving it white and I have a house to something in my hand.
That is one of the hurt you.
Exactly. And Ariel moved all her stuff that much. No, I saw that. Ariel, did not. I would have burnt the sweet pea. Can I use yours?
Mine is all over. Okay, bro, you can just wait a second. No, she's gonna give it back. Exactly. It's not that.
Yeah, I'm not using it.
Great.
Using this? Oh no.
Oh my gosh, you just had it. Can I use that? No. Wait.
Listen, bro.
Do you need a light purple?
I need a blue.
Okay.
You know this, because not everybody.
Elijah, bro. Elijah,
That's just how mine is.
no, Elijah, look at the thing. Look at the blue.
Okay, I'm gonna go look for blue. I might need that.
Bro, I'm scared somebody about to trip over my feet. I should make slime or something. You want some slime?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I can find it.
Look, that's how I'm scared of good. You just did to my.
Sorry.
It's not you, Snicker, but. Oh, people go to see now.
No. This is supposed to be an orange.
Now, do you want to hug me? Yes.
That's why she keep breathing like that.
No, because I'm waiting because I thought you was hugging like this.
I was.
Air, Alicia. Is Air hugging like
I was gonna be my favorite because I made her look at me. I was looking around and I was like, yeah, grab it. So I mean, that told us about her.
Got a regular marker.
Air, get away from me.
Yeah, I got chicken for mine. Sticky ones.
Yeah, there's the name on it. I think her name is Clarice Sabine.
Does she like still when I call her name?
No, I don't.
I have to use the bathroom.
Ariel, please be quiet.
Yeah, no, you don't have to go to the bathroom.
How you gonna tell me?
Because you don't need to go to the bathroom.
Because she keeps saying that, but she just want water.
No, I'm not getting one after this.
No.
If I want water, I'll get one.
You just went to the
that water
bathroom.
is good though.
He
It's
just
cold.
took you to the bathroom. And you keep asking to go. Yes, he did.
When?
He had to walk you to the bathroom.
Before me and Eric, when me
He
and
gave
Eric
me some
started.
water. He took me to water and watched me drink water. That water was cold and it was good.
Ariel, stop, bro. Ariel, so you're talking, it's messing up.
And I put a little turds in it.
Ariel, just please be quiet.
Look, little
Move
turd.
it.
Ariel, you actually gotta stop talking.
Honestly, where's my problem?
It's because I'm trying to do this and you keep trying to put hard glue access on my thing.
Ariel, leave my fucking alone, please.
I see how to go, please.
That might be mine.
Hey,
It is mine. Like a snitch.
you know nothing. You got the pictures I see too.
Why is it not sticky?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, just please be quiet. I'm working on so far.
You got the camera key with the anime sequence.
Because I'm trying to glue this down and I can't.
Wow.
On your way to work.
Mother, talk to me about these.
It's pretty cool. Remember where the marathon happened at?
Dang. Shut up. There.
Yeah, it's the same place.
Now put it down.
Yo, do that to yours.
I am.
Don't touch mine.
Y'all can shut up. I'm just
Dr.
saying.
Nonsense.
They can't stop talking to me.
Let's just put it at the bottom. Not the bottom. Like,
not make one of
no, right here. That's how I got mine sticking there, hold it for like about 5 to 10 seconds.
Ooh, but I have.
So, might be closer to 5. That was gonna be too late.
I have to use the bathroom.
You need to glue this down.
Well, when y'all come to the bathroom with me? No.
Hey, yes, if I'm
Don't do that, please.
Father. Father.
Liz, I can't bend this one. This air gotta go to the bathroom every second.
I don't know.
What's up, y'all? Have you got the spiel yet?
No spiel. Yeah, I can't say
What do you need? Right. No movie.
surprise.
I'm a footballer.
Took her about a good two to 3 months.
Maybe a little bit longer. Because of the details and stuff. Maybe like a few months.
Probably like three tops. Depends on her free time, you know? Hey, Liz, did I do it?
That one right there is not.
But this one is. I know. Because the area. Oh, this one's not good. I think it's my 6th year.
That was hot. So then we touch the thing.
Okay, I don't know what color I should do. Okay, which one should I do for purple? Should I do these little arrows? Yeah. Wait, let's try that blue. Your blue? Because I don't like that purple. I like it.
What blue?
Right there.
Like.
Thanks. Oh, look what arrows.
No, I hope not. Here that the high school.
Find the table. Apple and cocoa. Yeah.
Is that your property?
I don't know.
What's second? Okay, next one.
Sir Sampson? Play the microphone. I was just thinking we could shoot
Arrows that.
See this?
Oh, you found a new one.
No, it's the same one. I just keeping up a little more. Is that the one you're...
No,
Right.
I just borrowed that for that. What?
I
You
don't
got
know.
it to work?
It was like right there. And I was,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. I was. Okay, I used it. Awesome.
I was like, hopefully this thing's not out, so I just kept doing this. And I was like, okay. Oh, I guess we both win.
Yeah. I could have thought it was out. Like, good stuff, good stuff.
Nintendo Switch 2 is the big prize for tonight. Whoever wins the contest gets this Switch 2 fresh and brand new. Thanks for playing. I hope you've enjoyed DreamCon. And if you have any questions about the folks here at DreamCon.
What mom say? About Didi. said around 5. And then he left us to the
Mom, he said around 5.
DreamCon quest, and we've got 2 quests going. We've got the shield quest. You can see people making shields to my left and my right. And after they're done making their shields, they can quest for the gems down on the convention floor. On the other side, we've got a bunch of Polaroid cameras for rent, for free rent. And we send people out to capture con goers in their native fair. And then as part of the questing and stuff, that qualified people for the first half of the con to play a dodgeball tournament. That's the cards that change how dodgeball works.
What did Ariel do?
It's only my 5th con, but it's so much better than anywhere. I keep asking people where they're from, and so many people travel to it, so I think it's good.
What would you want creative to know about
The best con.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Just waiting.
Can I get your name? Is it Eddie or Stacey? You have a title?
Yeah, I'm like.
Who gets to see now?
Ariel. Because we're not going to go until we're done.
Do y'all notice her and Cook page when we try to color this? What? Y'all let us page when we were trying to color this? Hot glue. What the counting?
What does a fox stand? A fox, actually, I searched up on TikTok what does a fox thing. It says that fox like does a bark.
Have you seen
But it's like a bark, but it's like a screaming one.
Yeah, have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Girlfriend. What did the Are you already going to see?
Ariel, no.
I'm going to call you while y'all done.
Because we're not done yet.
Good, I'm ready to go see water.
Y'all thirsty? Stop. No, nobody's thirsty. So let me get my ribbon because I just have to focus it and I need my to cover.
Just stop it messing me up.
I'm messing you up.
Yes, girlfriend.
How am I supposed to put this in there?
Easy.
Because it's my brand.
Oh, then I should have put this in the first thing.
Yeah.
I mean, let's. I feel like this is a little too loose at the end.
good.
Get into it. I love it.
They have it just drink.
What I got?
It's the first time I've seen anyone do that. Props to you.
There you go.
They have spray glue over there.
I'm sorry, I'm not to rip this off.
This one looks more like this. They want more like this than this. Like this one.
Like, you have this color.
Mm-hmm.
There was an orange at that table, but they might have moved. There's an orange behind me. That table over there. Okay. I'm gonna try this one. Thank you.
I'm gonna feel like eating all the time.
You're so sweet. It's so cute. Oh, you have to look it up.
I look like that.
I know if you're okay. I'm okay.
That's why I don't want my food to be out right there because people don't and they might trip and get thirsty.
You know, nobody's thirsty.
I am.
Look, and they made a place about you.
What?
They made a place about you.
Where?
It's called Thirsty.
Oh yeah.
That was a loud curse word.
I'm allergic to those. Are you have a purple for these ones?
I don't have a purple. I have a purple.
Right, excuse me. Excuse me. Can I borrow that? Purple.
It's dark purple? Or
Yeah.
light purple?
Oh, that one. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
There you go. Father, can I have that orange right there next to you? Oh, are you copying me? Nothing.
Well, which one?
The orange right there.
You're gonna be more of a brown color. Okay?
No, I don't like brown. It's brown.
They look, you should have put shares out.
For what?
They put shares.
Okay.
Oh, you said they should have put cheers.
Yes. Hey guys, I know how you put the thing in.
I've been
You gotta put hot glue on it, but you gotta wait till it's like almost dry because if you don't, you'll burn your hand.
I like the feeling of it.
Then you gotta break this part. You really don't gotta break it. You just gotta throw it back. Unless you didn't already make your thing, like Mariana, then you don't have to do that.
If someone else put something else on my box.
Now you know how I do it. Now it doesn't burn. Because I waited. Someone stepped on your feet?
No, but he like pulled on all these things to my foot and then got mad at me. That man right there, let's walk by. I hope he would have failed. Yeah, because he looked at me like that.
Or you should say sorry.
No. He's just too wise to see my foot.
Alright, there's only one thing you can do. And that's control yourself.
Yeah.
You hear me, little one? You hear me, baby girl?
Ew.
I was gonna touch you.
You couldn't. I like how I feel.
Are you using the brown?
No.
Oh, you okay? Thank you.
See, that's respectful.
Okay.
No, it wasn't hot enough. I like to sit up the phone. Well, I like to sit up the thing.
Yeah, Fox is not meow.
That's how it sounded just dance.
A little bit, but alright.
If I'm done with this, I'm gonna go get some water.
Yeah, no, you're not.
So, yeah, that's I just got some. Just got water.
And you keep needing water. Why do you need water?
Well, that felt good, bro. So what if you put on your desk right here?
Desk here?
Yeah, you don't feel it. Oh, I don't feel it.
Hey, I got the ropes in.
Good job.
Yes, I did.
Got your bump on me.
Sarah called in. Just tell her to see if she's home.
Girl, she been home. She been home yesterday.
I'm trying to see if she got your oranges.
I know, because by the time I get back home today, she better get my own shit. Imagine if you stop if I blow, not if I blow, if you just like some chips.
Yeah.
Think this.
Look, I'm gonna burn myself.
Touch me.
No, yeah, this. I'm trying to put the hot glue on it.
Put it. Put it in. Can I have the light blue, please? Oh, never mind. I need to touch it.
You need this next?
Yes.
Okay, I'll only need it for this one, and I'll be done.
Okay.
No area.
Oh, let me use that dark blue real quick. He's taking 4 for me pictures of me.
Well, y'all are gone, someone's taking pictures.
Hey, you see me for the pick that up around.
We're just copying it.
Look, it's copying.
Yeah, I know.
Why? Because I was the first person to do it all day long.
Yeah, shut up.
You do not know. Been there all day long.
No, that's what they made me all day long. You're the first person who did that all day.
Wait, so what's now?
I'm copying no matter what.
You gonna do it to all of us?
No.
We're just copying everybody.
No, I'm not.
My bag's right there.
I don't have a hat.
Yeah, you know who's I need a white. Does anybody have white?
I hope they have white.
This is
Thank you.
well, it's this like outline.
I'm gonna use this like this.
What color is that?
Here.
Huh?
What color is that? Is it like a pink?
It's
or-
like color.
Yeah, it's like this light color right here.
May I use it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Simplifying.
I've been waiting for that color the whole time. Give it back. Next time you're your place.
Oh, that I have to be for that.
Oh yeah, you had something in closet. Is you ready to go see now?
Yes, I am.
No, we're not going. I'm not done.
Okay.
line up, press the blue pin.
I know. I'll be a little upset if someone just drove like that.
Let me find out here. I'm gonna do it.
Father, can we leave now?
Go.
May I use that perfume?
This one.
That one.
No.
What do you got the hot? What mine? Is there a color that you're wearing?
I'm trying to think if I want a green or if I want red again. I'm not sure. Do we have a green on this table?
No.
Okay, there's one over there.
Oh, I'll finish.
Huh.
Take my money. Take my money.
You did. I got that best. You stiffer than me. Why would you think it's hot?
Huh?
Why do you think it's hot? It's 2:22.
Yeah.
Father. Father. Are we going home today?
We'll see. Yes, we are. Can we go to see?
Yeah, I can go to see now. Wait.
Not right now.
I said right now.
I said not right now.
This one like a real bright white if anybody needs it.
A what? A bright white?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I might take that one home. Someone else can.
I'm not sorry.
Alright, come on, let's go.
Are we leaving now? How do I book in?
Did you do that real quick?
Bin? No. I need the glue.
How did you do that?
Gotta wait a little bit and I can put on.
They take theirs.
They take theirs?
They take.
Hey, now you go. Now break it. You want to break it?
Don't break it.
Then I don't know how you're supposed to do it. Okay, I'm gonna put my thing inside of here. If it can fit. No, it can't. One down. Where'd you get buttons from? I stuck them in the box. No one's using it. The ones that you just saw, no one's using that box. It's still there. So if you want to see it, you can move it up here. Now I'm gonna do my own thing. That's fine. I'm just trying to
get this one.
Yeah. Can we go to seat now? Yeah, I don't know.
And I need another glue stick.
Try it. Wait, stop.